Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
We haven't met, have we?
No, we haven't.
We haven't. No, I think
No.
I've met the others.
Yeah,
haven't you?
not me.
I'm so glad to get you all here.
Well, the Queen knows full well that one of the key ways to break the cycle of domestic abuse is to talk to the next generation, to talk to young people. You know, she understands that actually when we thought, perhaps in the 70s, 80s, 90s, that this might improve with time, actually what we're finding is an enormous level of domestic abuse in very young people. And that is a terrifying thing.
Older people, they're kind of stuck in their ways, no offence. So like younger people are the people you kind of want to reach when you're trying to talk about, you know, difficult subjects.
Your generation and every generation, I think it's being able to spot when somebody's down and something's not quite right. How do you spot it in a friend? What are the telltale signs?
I think as a friend, you know how that other person is on a day-to-day basis. And if their behaviours start to change, they seem a lot more down, their normal characteristics are just declining, and you just notice a change within your friend.
So I think it's especially difficult if you're much younger, because people don't really want to admit to it, do they?
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Often, like, younger voices aren't always heard or maybe overlooked a little bit because it's considered that maybe you don't have the same experience because of your age.
Is this something that you could talk about in schools, people of your age? You know, it's getting it into the system, really, isn't it? So more young people can start looking at their friends too.
One of the subjects that the Changemakers wanted to focus on was RSE, relationship and sex education in schools.
I expected to get a lot more out of RSE than I did in secondary school. I think especially now you see like younger years who are potentially experiencing and going through things that they haven't even really been taught yet. And I think that can be quite scary for younger people to experience if they don't actually understand it yet. School is your safe space when you're that age. So it is really important and it's really key to...
Much better than picking it up online. I think it's very interesting because you're virtually the same age as my granddaughters. And I was talking to one the other day and they were suggesting that to take sort of pop-up shops into schools, you know, say with 2 or 3 change makers would be such a good idea because young people react to young people better than they do to the older generation. So you go one-to-one with young people, they're probably going to say much more to all of you than they would to some of us here.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a brilliant project. We'll get there in the end. We go and get into our live.
It's like we're a girl band.